Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Dave Alexander again, here in lovely Fort Worth, Texas, at the extended stay. It's just right off the University Drive, an old University Drive. I think it's 1601 or 1301 Battle Run Road Drive, whatever it is. I don't know, but the countdown's beginning. 1 o'clock p.m. Be Cowboys and Buccaneers. So hopefully tomorrow be changing this. Will be NFC East champion, the champion Dallas Cowboys. I'm pretty sure they're going to get it, and I have put down some of my scores and some of the sessions of Law Nation and Mark Holmes. I put down my score prediction was going to be 27-13 Dallas over Tampa Bay. The exact nature of how they're going to do that, the defense is going to win this game for them, because I don't think kind of 50-50 on Prescott making the throws he needs to make, and him being a pocket pass. My freaking picture. Something opened up here.
Don't look good. Yeah, it looks like it's both. Just what they don't need.
Oh,
This is what you do.
I see it.
Complete the application within minutes, and if approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow.
That opened up. Here we go. Some of the page went jumping up here. But it's going to all be dependent on the defense and their defensive play at the defensive tackle position, in between the tackles, the running. Now, the Colts was real effective running up that middle on the Cowboys. Now, if they can correct those mistakes that they made last weekend and plug up them holes and plug up those running lanes, they can effectively shut down the Tampa Bay running game and turn them into one-dimensional, which means you're going to be you're going to have to force Jameis Winston to pass. You're going to have to force him to stand in that pocket. You're going to have to force him to run around there and try to get that play. Try to get the play off or run the ball. And one thing you have to worry about him is he will run the ball. If he doesn't, he goes through all his progressions and he don't see it and he got a lane, he's going to take off. So that's one thing, and that's where the secondary comes in with the linebackers with Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith, or whoever's sitting there, or if it's Jalen Smith and Sean Lee. Hopefully it's Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith, and what they need to do is just save Sean Lee for the playoffs, just in case. He's got to be the backup plan. Now, them putting him in last week, I don't think that was good. I don't think that was a smart idea on the defensive side of the ball. Them putting Sean Lee in there, because usually when Sean Lee's in the game, they win. Well, this time they didn't win because they were able to exploit the middle of that Cowboys defense. So that means secondary. The linebackers are going to have to come in and plug those holes. And what the linebackers' responsibility is the running back. That's their sole responsibility. Now, if you can get them linebackers up in there to help, if you can get a linebacker to slide in there and help them, either the Mike or the Will, you can get them slid in there, then you have a chance to stop that running game up the middle. Now, there's going to be the other end of it with the safeties and the corners. You're going to have Byron Jones on the right, and you'll have Woozy on the left. And you'll have that probably, you'll have number 38 playing the center field. But it's usually the 2D. They always set up that that zone defense, and you can shut down plays at zone defense. It's going to be up to Byron Jones and Awuzie to contest those passes that go in there, and especially to Mike Evans. He will get up there and get that ball. So you have to contest them balls that way. So if they start swapping, moving them over, and they move Evans over to the side of Awuzie, and Awuzie is going to get beaten. He's going to have to contest those. He's going to have to contest those balls, and then also in the center of the field, look for them to be trying to get them passes out to Cameron Brate. I think he's one of the tight end. So we be looking for that tight end to shut that tight end play down, because that's where they've been getting killed, is up the middle of that defense and with the tight end play. And the tight ends have been playing pretty good against that Cowboys defense. When it comes to that run, to the run offense, then that's where that's where the Cowboys excel. And if you can get either Gregory around there, or you can get D-Law in there, if they can get into the backfield, if they can get the penetration and get around those edges, or get inside the guard. They can get inside the guard and swoop around in there and catch Winston moving up into the pocket to make a pass. They could probably get some affect some throws and get some sacks in there. And we're hoping for a sack fumble. So we're hoping that, I'm hoping that Tampa Bay gets the ball first and they get shut down. You give Tampa Bay the ball first and you shut them down. If you can get down the field and score, that means utilizing your running back, utilizing play action, not just keeping that Prescott standing in that pocket. He is not a pocket passer, and there's no way you're going to try to make him out. You're going to make him do something that he's not comfortable with, that he's not designed to do. He is designed to roll that ball out. He's designed to make plays with his feet, and he will go through his progressions. And when he gets the pass that he can make and complete those passes to either a Cooper or a Hearns or a Gallup, and they can get some momentum going through that, going in that game and getting plays down the field. And then you start hitting them with those play actions. You can start pulling some jet sweeps out there. You can use that jet sweep out there. I wouldn't use Beasley in those jet sweep. I wouldn't use them. Gallup would be perfect for those jet sweeps. You can start using a little bit more of those. But RPOs, the run pass option, that's what they need to do, and that's what they need to come at Tampa Bay with. As soon as you can get them lulled, and feeling that the pass is going to come out, then you can start getting a little bit more exotic in there with the plays and trying to get movement down the field. The big thing is the penalties. They got to be mentally. You have to play. You have to play your game mentally. You can't be having mental mistakes, and something that Parcells will use. You got to be cognizant of what you're doing. You got to be mentally cognizant of what you're supposed to be doing when it comes to run blocking, getting those run blocking and opening up those lanes for Elliott to get up the field. And trust me, he's going to eat. And I'm figuring he's going to get at least one touchdown, about 130 to 132 yards on the ground, and he may be able to. And if the run pass options, and start using some of the screen passes to Elliott, then I figure he's going to get at least one touchdown. He's going to get at least one touchdown on a screen and one touchdown running. And I think he's going to get about like 130 to 132 yards rushing. Probably if he's good above 5.0 above, on the yards of carry, then they'll be pretty good. And that means the offensive line has to be able to force that defensive front back into the backfield, back into secondary, open them lanes so Elliott can matriculate himself, through the gaps and see daylight and run to it and get through there. So that's going to be really dependent on whoever is on that left side, whether it's Suafilo or Connor Williams. Now, I would expect that Connor Williams would be out there. I mean, Connor Williams will probably be out there in the beginning, and we'll see what the lineup looks like at the beginning of the game. Now, I'll probably be doing a little bit of YouTubing on my phone while I'm at the game. It's going to be loud, so it's going to be kind of hard to hear. I'm gonna see if I can get some kind of coverage going on in there. But as I said, it's dependent on that offensive line, and they can. I mean, especially with Joe Looney, if they can get him pulling. Now, if they start using a little bit more. The tight ends a little bit more in run blocking, and start getting those and getting Looney out around there to the left, or to pull off to the right so they can open up lanes so Elliott can get around that edge, and if they can open them up in the middle where he can run straight downhill, then that's where he's going to be making a bulk of his yards. I figure he's going to get anywhere from 3 to 7 yards with each carry. So 3 to 7 yards, and if you average it out to about like 5.8, 5.9 yards carry, it'll be in pretty good shape. That means we're getting movement down the field, maintaining time of possession, and keeping that defense on the field and wearing that defense out and keep that offense off the field. That's should be one of their priorities. Make sure they're keeping that offense off the line, off the field. And if you got them sitting back there plotting and planning, and they can't get on the field, and their defense is getting run into the ground, if you can get at least 6 to 7 minutes of just moving down the field and getting anywhere from 9 to 12 plays down the field and score when you get into the red zone, everything is going to and start scoring down there in the red zone, then everything else hopefully should be able to take care of itself. With that being said, running right off the bat on first down is not the way to do it. You start doing you could probably pull a sweep in there. You can probably run a couple of screen passes in there, a screen pass to the running back or a screen pass in there to Gallup. He can shoot. He can shoot up the field. He can get up the field quick. It showed when I think it was the game before the Colts that they played. It was against when they played against the Eagles, when he was able to get to the outside to the left, the blocks are set up for the screen pass, and Prescott was able to get him that screen pass and him being able to skirt up the sidelines to get that first down. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need production from the wide receiver. And you start getting, they're going to be trying to double Amari Cooper. That's a no-brainer. They're going to start trying to double him. And where you can utilize him is putting him in. You can even set him up as a slot receiver. Now, that's going to bring these guys to the inside. That's going to bring a safety. That's probably going to bring one of the safeties in. Probably bring one of the safeties in when he's in there in the daggum slot. Usually, the safety's going to have to be set up in a safety in a slot safety. He's going to have to be set up in there to be able to cover him, and that way you can get ball. You should be able to get balls over the top out to maybe. If you can hit your tight ends down the middle of the field, that's going to draw them in. That's going to draw that safety in there, because now he knows he's got to come in there and help cover that receiver. You're going to have to help come in and help cover that receiver. And then that way you can leave the rest of the field open. Now I'm hoping to see a little bit more action out of Rico. Hoping to see more action out of Rico. Well, you still have their 4 tight ends, and I'm hoping that they'll send Dalton Schultz packing. It's either him or it could be either Jarwin or Schultz leaving. It depends on who they got more who they got more time vested in, which they're basically rookies or first year players. So you can start getting gathers a little bit more involved in the play, and even try to do a dump screen to him, and he can get in, and he's tall enough, he's strong enough, he can get up there and he can get that ball and get up the field with the blocking. On the defensive side, the run, they have to stop that run and try to limit the tight end play, because they can get hurt bad in the secondary down the middle of the field if they're using their tight end. Now we'll see what happens. They're not going to listen. I mean, I can tell them that all day. They probably won't listen to me. They probably won't listen to me. But what I know, I don't know much. But I know enough. I probably know enough to get by. So hopefully we get to change this. And this is NFC East champions, Dallas Cowboys. And I'm going to make sure that I get one. I'll make sure that I get one before I leave that stadium. I'm buying a hat. I mean, I'm buying a ball cap before we leave that stadium. Well, let me grab something here real quick.
Again, that's 1-800-375-1765 or order online at tritacglasses.com.
We'll see what happens.
1765.
This is a win we have to have to secure that number 4 seed. Because we're the only ones that can do it. The Eagles still have a shot, because if the Eagles win tomorrow, or even if the Cowboys win tomorrow, it doesn't matter if the Eagles win or not. It probably won't matter if the Eagles win or not, because it'll be strength of conference. We should be able to get it. We should be able to win a division with strength of conference, being that the Buccaneers are within the conference. And that should set us up a little bit better in the conference. I think that'll make us like 8-3, and it should be either 7-3 or 7-4 in the conference, which is pretty much going to seat that. Now, since the Eagles won't be playing anybody in the NFC, it'll be the Houston Texans, which I'm pretty sure the Houston Texans can probably handle them. But we'll see how that plays out. But I want to make sure I get out of here early on time so I can get the game, so I'm not sitting out there waiting all morning to get in there. If I get there about around 11 o'clock in the morning, it'd be pretty good, because I'm hanging out for 2 hours, because I know the game's coming up, and that's just another 3 hours. So it'd be 5 hours I'll be there, maybe a little bit longer. And I'll see if I can do a couple of about maybe 5-10 minutes worth. But right now I got to get on the phone and see if they got Grubhub here so I can get something to eat, because I really don't feel like walking anywhere to eat. Yesterday I did go get some chicken. I went to Cane's. And I got the Caniac or whatever the heck it is. It's like 5 strips of chicken, and there was coleslaw with the dipping sauce for the chicken. And I wish they had some jalapenos. They didn't, but I was hoping they did. But I don't know. I did see a couple of places around here. There is a Jack in the Box here. I don't want anything from Jack in the Box. There's an IHOP down the street. And since I went out walking today, I walked down University, and I seen a Starbucks over there. There's a Staples. There's all kinds of good places to eat. And right behind us here is a little shopping center here, and then even across the street there's a shopping center, and I think there's one a little bit further up, but there's 2 gas stations, or Wells Fargo here. And then obviously, like you said, they had the Cane's chicken, the Raising Cane's over here. I went over there, and then I did see a little bit further up, probably tomorrow morning, I'll probably go down here to the there's like a pancake house down here. It's an Old South pancake house. I'll probably go down there and check that place out, and probably do a little bit
from there, do a little bit from there. But I am hoping to get there to the game on time, and maybe hope. Hey, maybe I might run into the Law of Vosh there. Who knows? They might be there just for a little bit, but I was hoping they was going to be doing some kind of little deal this weekend. It would have been nice. It wouldn't have been. It'd have been nice, and I'd have definitely went. But I'll probably go touring the facility. I mean the stadium. I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that Monday, or maybe I just might go early so I can just go ahead and get the heck on in. Then I know I'm in there, and that way I can do a couple of shots from the field, from different spots in the field, on the field, different spots from the field, and maybe I can ease my way over there to the sideline side over there if there's empty seats. I doubt it, but if I can slide my way over there and try to get a little bit closer to the action, or just go back and be able to go back to my seat, like during halftime, go back to my seat. I'll see if I can ease my way on down there to the edges by the rail down there on that next level down. And see if I can get a little bit daggum closer. If I'm hoping the game may be sold out. The tickets went pretty fast, and I'm lucky to get for the price I got them for. Because usually, anytime I ever went to a game, it's usually up in the nosebleed section. And the last time I was in that stadium, I was in that section 102, and I think I'm close to it, but. I'm trying to remember what row it is, but I think I was a little bit closer in that section. I think I was down there about around row 8 or 9. So it's a little bit closer down there, and then further closer to the next little zone right there. And I think there's like a rail area right there, but I think it was close to that. So I'm still immune. So I got lucky and found something in the same area, for a decent price. And and I know it's going to be worth it. Win or lose, it's going to be worth it because to me, it's going to be worth it because I was able to come here and watch the game. Now, the last time I was here, we got held over, and that's like 2009, and I got held over coming back from overseas on vacation. For taking my 2-week leave, and just happened to get held over here at the DFW. So, and then maybe we'll get a flight out till that Monday. So I was trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. What am I thinking? I'll go watch Cowboys game. I said, but hell, the game's like in 2 days. The game was in like 2 days. I think it was like a Wednesday. Not a Wednesday, but a Friday. It was like a Friday afternoon. I think it was about around 2:15, 2:20, somewhere around there when we came in. We was able to get around there, and I was just gonna wait to make my next connection. And of course, we couldn't make that next connection because it got delayed. So, but we did get comped a room. So it was there that Saturday, and I'm like, I don't know where the hell to go, and I'm right there, so I just did a little bit of walking around with much to see, and it's like just waiting to find out when he's going to be able to fly out. Then the next day, we found out I wasn't going to be. Well, yeah, it was like early that Sunday, found out I wasn't going to be able to leave till that following Monday morning. So I'm like, what the heck am I going to be doing here? Well, since I was already here and wasn't too far from me, and I think maybe there's a hotel like 4 miles away from the stadium where we staying. So I went there. I'm glad it wasn't like some Rudy Poot freaking hotel, some 1-star hotel. It was going to be miserable for 2 days, but no, it wasn't. It was pretty decent. It was like a 3-star, but it was decent. It was decent. They had breakfast there. So I figured, hey, I'll go see if I can go watch this game, and I'm checking, I'm checking it out, and I'm talking to people, and I go to the stadium. So I'm sitting there trying to figure out where the best seats was at, and they gave me a chart and showed me where the section was open, still open. And what I think I paid half. I mean, well, maybe a little over. It was less than half what I paid for these, but a little bit over half. So it was it is it was pretty decent, and it was a good thing and a good game. I think it was a 38-17 win for the Cowboys. I think they just didn't let the foot off the they didn't let the foot off the brakes. They didn't let the foot up. They didn't take the foot off the gas. They put the foot on the gas. They didn't step on the brakes, and they just laid on the gas and just outplayed the Falcons. Yeah, that was the Falcons. They just outplayed the Falcons. I think they beat them 38-17, and then the following week they had another home game. I wasn't able to watch that. I did watch it on TV, and they played the Seahawks, and I think they beat the Seahawks 34 something, 34-20 or 34-17. I can't remember what it was. 34-13, 14. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. But like I said, it's up to this defense to get back there to Winston and keep him flustered back there, and for Byron Jones to get back there and contest those passes, because they are going to try to work Awuzie. They're definitely going to try to work him, and they'll probably, I'm not familiar with all their receivers on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it's not my it's not my business. I don't care who the receivers are for the Buccaneers. All I care about is who the receivers are for the Cowboys, the receivers and the tight ends. And I'm hoping that Rico can get him at least 4 catches for maybe 52 yards. Hopefully he can get him some catches. What they how they were using the tight ends when they were playing Philly was really good, because you had Prescott rolling out, at least getting out of there, and they're using play action to get down the field. Now he's got to do another thing we're hoping he'll do is not hold that ball forever. And they know what the play is. The receiver or the player knows where he's supposed to be at. The quarterback knows where the receiver's supposed to be at. When he gets the ball, he gets the snap, and he gets back there and he gets in his drop, the receiver's going to be on his way to the area. They're designed plays, so the receiver's going to find his way to get there unless he gets jammed up. And that might cause Prescott to hold it a little bit longer. But if he got a lane, he needs to take off, not just sit there and hold that ball. Not to sit there and hold that daggum ball. And if he's going to throw the ball away, he needs to get way outside the tackle box. He's got to get outside them hash marks. He's got to get out of the tight end lanes. He's got to get out there, whether it's to the left or to the right. Use his feet, because standing in the pocket and delivering a pass from the pocket is not his suit, and they will try to come up the middle and try to exploit that. So you need to start moving him and having him use his feet. When you have Elliott running out of the backfield, knocking off chunks of yards, you got Prescott moving around the pocket, getting out of the pocket and rolling out when he rolls out to his left, he kind of don't get too many passes out to that end. But you can get him out to the right, or just start using that play action, and them RPOs need to see a whole lot of that. Not just him standing in the pocket trying to deliver the ball. If he is going to stand in the pocket deliver the ball, it's going to be a design pass play. Because the time I really want to see him is standing in the pocket is when he's handing it the hell off to Zeke so he can get up the field. But if he's got to stand in that pocket, that 7-step drop is killing him, because he gets back there, and I know it takes a while for those pass plays to develop, but if they can get those quick slants and some waggle action up there with the tight end, then I'm pretty sure they'll be pretty effective. They'll be pretty effective moving down the field. But Prescott needs to stop holding the ball and stop eating the ball. And if he can't get the pass off, he's going to end up eating the ball and not be dropping back 5 and 10 yards trying to avoid a sack. Just run on up, just try to run deep into the pocket and try to get some kind of yards out of it. And if he can't get out of there and get them yard, you just on the spot. He's got to try to move up in there and try to get down and not get that ball stripped out of there, because that's one of the main concerns I have about Prescott. When you get him outside the pocket, when you get him using his legs, he's moving. He can get rolling. But that's about all the time I have right now. I'm going to flip on over. I'm going to end the stream, and I'm going to flip on over, and I'm listening to Vosh Lombardi. Hopefully he'll have Law on tonight, and I'll see what they have to say. And I'll, if you're not able to catch it, and you can catch the replays or whatever. But if you're checking if you're checking out my little YouTube channel, then I can use those likes. Just tap the thumbs up button, and I can get those likes. I'm gonna need a whole bunch of likes. So I'll take them as I can get them. All right, well, that's my time right now. So I'm gonna head over here and check out Vosh Lombardi and check out his channel. And I hope that anybody that sees this channel and you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you're going to the game, just hit me up. It's Dave Alexander. I believe my channel is set up like I think it's Stelios Habu 300 at gmail.com. You can shoot me an email if you want, but I could really use those likes. And when I can get this set up, when I get subscriptions and chats logged in here, then I can go a little bit further than that. All right, later.